Hi, I'm Thea and I talk about things. Today I'm going to talk about working in fast food. Oh my god, another storytime thing, talking about working in a fast food environment. How original. To that I say, something controversial. Yeah, I said it, so what? It doesn't take a genius to tell you working in general sucks, but fast food sucks a lot harder. I feel it's because it's more fast paced and people freak out about their food. That's where a lot of people's anxieties stem from. I'm gonna talk about some things like customers, memorizing food combinations, and burnout slash quitting. I have also worked in fast food, that wasn't obvious from the title, but I worked at a little place called Explosion Purple. And the food we served was tacos, etc. Now, I never really worked in the service area of Explosion Purple, but I did dabble my metaphorical feet. My first memory of customers is when I was tasked with handing out the orders to drive through. A simple task, right? Yeah. No. Click. How the hell do I open this door? Yeah, I was fumbling with the window like an idiot, with a customer on the other side. That's really my only experience with customers. I'm just gonna take a bus to the side of Tangent City. You're coming too. So I applied to Explosion Purple when it was being built, so I was what you would call an OG, and I had to put my leg out for two friends, Down Arrow and Note, and I outlasted both of them, and then I quit, but whatever. Darrow, which is just Down Arrow, because I'm too lazy to say Down Arrow each time, quit, and Note got snubbed from her shifts. However, there was a promotion where if you get a friend a job, you get 50 bucks. So I'm owed at least 50 bucks. Memorizing food sucked. I know some people are just gods and think of it as Papa's Pizzeria, but I don't think like that. Eventually I would get the hang of it, but they kept adding new items slash recipes, and they would just get more complicated. The only good thing was working the fry. Yes, I know, put the fries in the bag, haha, we're moving on. Frying everything was good because you could just wait out the timer and think to yourself. The line was a nightmare, especially if you're alone. Pretty sure all fast food places call the counter where you build the food line, so you can't determine where I worked. So legally I'm still in the clear. If I was ever online, I would be for normal orders, but as soon as a rush started flying in, it was too much work for me alone. The managers were a mixed bag, as I'm assuming all places have different managers. You have the strict one, the laid back one, the best one, and the one that got fired for being in a certain Telegram video sending group chat. This manager took Darrow aside and pointed out a mother feeding her child to him, which is gross and only furthers my point. This manager would also constantly play those remixes of pop songs, but like rap. They'd take a song like Hey There Delilah and make it rap, which is fine, I'm not here to judge music taste, but dude, it gets old so fast. The strict manager is usually a higher level, like managing the managers, but they just intimidate the workers and I'm like, why are you doing that to a 15-year-old? And if you had multiple on at the same time, like regional and big boss, it's curtains for you. The laid back manager is just that. If you need help, they're there, and they aren't super strict, but the best manager is different. They were a break from the cycle, and that was everyone's favorite. And definitely never let us go home with store products. But everyone's different with their management style, and maybe regional bosses used to be cool before they had more expectations from higher ups, but who knows? But it doesn't stop you from holding a teenager back till 2 a.m. on a school night. Oh yeah, because we were just opening, there'd be like 8 people cleaning the store. 3 were managers and the rest were employees. Surely it wouldn't take that long to clean a finite space, right? Yeah, or so we thought. These managers were so focused on making it spotless, they would hold us back and make us clean until like 2 a.m. Mind you, we closed at 11 p.m. 3 hours. Managers who got fired for the Telegram stuff, they were notorious for clocking out people manually so they wouldn't get overtime, and the manager would get praised for saving the company money, which is illegal. Also, if I were to injure myself, I wouldn't be able to claim anything from the store because I quote unquote clocked out. If a manager ever does this to you, report them or quit. I just got lucky that I didn't stick my hand in the deep fryer at 1 a.m. in the morning. The person in charge of rostering would constantly take shifts from me. I don't know if this was like an everyone something like relatable, but it definitely happened to me. I woke up one day and had my shift taken off of me, switched to a Friday. My original shift was a Sunday. An employee had told a manager they couldn't work, and without my consent, gave my shift to them, and theirs to me. And I couldn't work that day anyway. Why couldn't I work Friday? Because the big boss was there and I didn't want to go. Silver lining, I dropped the shift and didn't have to work, but I did lose out on Sunday rates. The final day before you quit is wonderful. It may seem bittersweet, but take those rose-colored glasses off. To quote, "When you see the light at the end of the tunnel, you may think the tunnel had always been that bright." End quote. See? Good quote. I stole that from a TikTok comment section. I'm Thea, and I talk about things. This new format is just going to be a way to jot down my memories, because I can feel the onset dementia kicking in. Anyway, comment any working stories you guys have, and yeah.